What a brilliant question. There's absolutely some common reasons why businesses aren't able to generate enough ideal fit clients, and there's actually a sequence to this. So I might start with the second main reason, and that's demand generation. A lot of businesses don't have great systems and processes in place to be able to generate demand for these ideal fit clients. And it often boils down to the fact that they haven't been able to really nail their messaging. They haven't demonstrated their capability to help those ideal fit clients really to solve the underlying problems or needs or objectives that they've got. And it's because their marketing is just really quite generic. They're appealing to a very broad segment of the market. They haven't nailed who that ideal fit client actually is through the content that they produce. So as a result, they're bland and generic and just like everyone else. So they haven't been able to basically have one-to-one conversations at scale. And if we can't do this properly, then we're going to be reliant on referrals and other people telling their story for us. So poor demand is absolutely one of the most common reasons why businesses don't generate enough ideal fit clients, because they're not having those personalized discussions with that audience at scale. So I said that was the second reason. The first reason, before we can even get to a point of being able to generate demand, is we need to make sure we've got the right frameworks in place. And a lot of businesses don't have systems and processes and methodology to their marketing. Things, as a result, tend to be, we'll make it up as we go. Or we've had a good idea, or we've seen something that another company's done, we try and emulate it, rather than being extremely purposeful. So we have to make sure we've got frameworks that are specific for the objectives that we've got. How many leads do we need to end up with the number of ideal fit clients that we want? Have we got the right processes to make sure that the marketing process is a form and extension into the sales process? Do we have the framework for this? Do we know what we're aiming for? Generating an ideal fit client, that's an outcome. We need to focus on all of the areas that help us generate those outcomes. And all of the successful companies that really get traction with their marketing, they have a foundation of systems and processes. So things aren't guesswork. They actually know what they're doing. They know how to measure the results of their actions so that they can start getting cumulative impacts in the output. And the output is ideal fit clients. So get the frameworks right, then make sure we've got a really strong foundation to generate demand so that we're able to have those one-to-one conversations at scale. And then the third reason is businesses are really inefficient with their marketing. Now, I'm sure we've all heard the adage of the business owner that says half their marketing budget goes to waste. They just don't know what half. That's the epitome of what we're talking about. That's inefficient marketing. And it tends to happen when people don't have frameworks. They're not clear on who their target audience is. They haven't measured the right areas. So it's throwing darts at a dartboard and just waiting to see what works. And that's hope as a strategy, where we need to make sure that we've got ultra efficient marketing. We need to make sure that we're not producing marketing materials, we're producing marketing assets. We're really clear on how we can generate demand, and we use all of our content and the assets that we're producing. So not materials, we're producing assets. And we use those assets to generate leads and then nurture them to the point where ultimately they are very clear that you are specifically for them. You can help them to solve their problems. The sales process isn't salesy, it's just an extension of you then helping them because you've generated demand, and now we've got a repeatable effort. So clearly there's a lot to this. I've tried to chunk this down into the shortest description that I can, but let's make sure we've got the right systems, make sure we can generate demand, and make sure that we're generating future revenue into the business. Okay, so hopefully that's answered your question. I've tried to move pretty quickly, but if you want to have a follow-up, feel free to let me know and I can record another video.